12 months ago, Derby went to QPR, lost 4-0 and was staring relegation in the face. 12 months later, thanks to John Eustace and his team, we're up to 6. Can you believe it? Beating Swansea at the weekend, and is promotion on the cards for Derby. Unbelievable. Welcome back to Air Rams Walk. It's 20 minutes of Derby County chat. We hope you're well. Great to have your company this week. We've got Luke, Stace and Peyton, of course, back with us. I'm delighted to have a guest in this week, Jason Beresford. How are you, Jason? Derby going up. Derby going up.
I'm keeping level-headed at the minute.
Okay.
Coming up this week.
Coming up this week, we're talking about Eustace's first year in charge. We're looking back on that Swansea game. Just how good was Sanderson, by the way? Is Verpotnik still in his pocket? We've got a couple of complaints and moans, which we'll get into in a minute. And we're also talking about the letter P this week. Who is the best ever player to play for Derby County who should slot in a letter P? Plus, we're predicting the playoffs as well. Great to have your company then. Shall we kick it off, Luke? 1 year of Eustace. God, should he get manager of the year if he takes Derby up?
Yeah, absolutely. Surely he has to. Like a year ago, not the weekend but Friday, we was absolutely hammered at QPR away, and we all thought, can he turn it around? And a year later, look where we are, brand new team, 6th in the league. Yeah, he's done an absolutely incredible job, and I can't put into words to John Eustace what I want to say to him. He's just brought the love back to the club, and I can't thank him enough for what he's been doing.
Yeah. Should we also shout out his backroom stuff as well here, Jason Stace? Because I know we should talk about Eustace, but also we talk about Matt Gardner and also Keith Downing a bit as well, because they've had a huge part to play in this as well. They don't often get the praise which perhaps they deserve as well.
No, absolutely. It's very much a team approach from the coaching staff. You can see that everyone buys into what they want to do and real work in the same direction, which is, I don't always think some of the coaching staffs we've had in the past have necessarily been that aligned. But yeah, amongst them, they just know what they're all going to do and they work so well together.
Yeah. And I like this one as well. Peyton Gunji Gorman says, absolute miracle he's kept us up with that squad last season. To be in touching distance of the playoffs is another achievement. Granted, the football hasn't always been pretty, especially at the start of this season, but we are now starting to see us play decent stuff. Do you agree, Peyton? Is even the football improving?
It's starting to. I think yesterday was a little bit of an outlier. I think Walsh will touch on that. But I mean, the Eustace appointment really, in my opinion, has got to probably be the best thing Derby have done in a very long time. How we managed to get John Eustace from Blackburn in the place that they were in, where we were at the time, and then him to keep us up in the league from where we were, and then to push on this season and to now be sat at 6th in the table with 14 games to play. I mean, it's mental, really. I wouldn't have thought that 12 months ago when we hired him. I didn't think we'll be pushing for the top 6, So, yeah.
And to be fair to all of you, when others have called out John Eustace for his style of play, and I think we've even had some Eustace out comments, haven't we, on this channel in the past? All three of you have stuck with him and said, "Look, let's just it's a long journey. We'll get our injuries sorted and we'll be absolutely fine." So credit to you, Jason. Welcome to our Rams Walk. Great to have you with us. Your opinions on the first half of that game before we get into that amazing second half.
I don't think we were outstanding. I don't think both teams were, to be honest. We seemed to not be able to retain the ball as much as what I would like, especially in midfield. And they were, I would say, probably the better side. I'm using that term loosely because I know they had the better chances. But yeah, going into the second half, we were much better. It was like chalk and cheese, to be honest.
Yeah, there's some social media takes from it. DC said that second half was unbelievable, really impressive. Hopefully, that's the curse over with. Time to get Carlton match fit and kick on. Yeah, I mean, there's this been thing at Jason at home, isn't it? That the performances haven't been good. I mean, where do you stand? Where do you stand on this? Why hasn't it clicked at home for you?
It's a difficult one. I think there's more pressure on them naturally because we're at home. But I think the style of play that we've been playing recently suits us better away because the impetus is on us to sit in and hit on the counter attack. I think what did us a favour yesterday is Swansea are that type of team that like to hold the ball and have possession and do the tippy tappy sort of style of play, and that suited us, and we were able to win the ball back. And when we were pressing, especially with Smodic pressing in the second half that was leading the line, we performed a lot better.
Yeah. Let's talk about some individual players then, shall we? Thanks, Jason. Luke, what about this fella? Kidonk says, this bloke could intercept missiles. He's got no hair, but we don't care. Just how good is he?
Yeah, Clark has been one of the outstanding players of the season. I will say, though, in the first half, he did have a little bit of a wobble for a pass that nearly ended up in the back of the net, but got rid of it, but it didn't come back to haunt us. But no, Clarkey, it was unbelievable again. Him and Sanderson, with Langas not being in, have just been absolutely incredible for us. And yeah, he had a really, really good game. Won everything in the air, put his body on the line like he always does. Yeah, credit to him, he was fantastic.
Okay. Stace, we can't talk about Sanderson again because it seems like we do talk about him every week. But I think when he puts in shifts like that, I think it's right. Oh, not that one, sorry, another one. Barney Chris says Sanderson's been outstanding in that game. Schmodic's really whipped his socks off as well. Just a word on both of those, please.
Yeah, Sanderson really good again. Although to be fair, I think Swansea's inability to want to play a forward pass kind of helped in that one. It made it quite easy to Mark to Potnick out the game. You find it hard to believe on yesterday's evidence how he's the top goal scorer in the league, to be fair. But yeah, Sammy Smodjic came in really pacey, clearly knows what Eustace wants, and was running that line and talking to players and feeding information. Good signs for the future for me. So yeah, it was a good debut, good performance. Although that first half, I'm not saying it was boring, but the bloke who stood across from me on the eye spent the whole first half watching horse racing on his phone. I'm not even sure I managed to get a signal at Pride Park, but I played to it.
Okay. Slight criticism now, Peyton, if that's okay. Your view on this one. It's about Fraulo. Much better second half. Don't think Fraulo's centre mid worked at all. Tomo's much the better option with Travis suspended. Sanderson was outstanding today. Great to get Carmos back on the pitch. Up the Rams. Yeah, a few of them saying that. It's about Fraulo. Have they got a point?
I was really disappointed by him, if I'm honest, because every cameo he's made off the bench, he's made an impact. He's been everywhere, really. And I thought he didn't do that when he came in yesterday. He kind of looked a little bit lost. He was diving into challenges, gave away a couple of silly fouls, wasn't really comfortable on the ball. And I thought David Ozo basically did his job for him a lot of the time. And I think there's another tweet that I saw, and I think it's on here, that Ozo was getting some slack. And I have to disagree, because I think he did a job of two midfielders and did a very good job of it, to be fair. So, yeah, I think Fraulo disappointing, but maybe nerves of a first start.
Jason, your view on that point? I mean, I think this is the one you're referring to. Fraulo's been poor, but I don't think Ozo's been much better. Do you agree, Jason, or not?
I'd agree with the Fraulo. I was the same. I expected a lot more from him because of what we've seen him coming off the bench. I think it's a bit harsh on Ozo. I think you're right. He was doing a lot of work for another midfielder in there. He didn't have the backup that we normally have with the likes of Travis winning the ball back. But I think with Fraulo, it's probably a long-term project. I think the more that we see him and the more minutes he gets, I hope that he becomes. I sort of thought he was going to be like a Craig Bryson box-to-box sort of player. Not really seen that yet, but I'm hoping that as time goes on, that he will be that player.
Okay. Finally, Luke, this one from Kyle. Oh, not that one. Sorry, we've done that one. No, tiny bit scared, says Derby Dazzler, that we might make the playoffs. Then again, if we did, it would be totally different experience to the last few. Zero expectations. Maybe we'd enjoy it for a change. To be even thinking about it is absolutely great progress. I mean, yeah, do you even have to pinch yourself a little bit when you look at the league table? I mean, how many times have you looked at the league table over the weekend, just have interest?
Had a couple of times I've had a little look just to like see, oh my god, yeah, we are sixth, and the season we're having is absolutely brilliant from where it was, as we said, 12 months ago. Yeah, it's funny because every time we've been thereabouts with other managers and we've had good squads, I've never sang EIEIEIO. I've never done it because I just want to jinx it. But this season, every time it's been sung, I've joined in because we've got nothing to lose. We're punching so much above our weight from where we have been that we can just enjoy it. Like I don't think there's any pressure on us at all because anything's a bonus from last season. I said at the start of this season, 12th place, and we're doing even better than that. So yeah, there's no pressure on us at all. Just keep riding this wave and see where we can finish.
Okay. Stace Watford next then. It's an away game, which is completely in your element. They did beat you there at Pride Park, and new manager, first time he's obviously going to be at Vicarage Road. Does that worry you at all?
No, not really. I think our away form looks after itself. We owe them because we were the masters of our own downfall in that game against Watford at home. So yeah, I think it'd be a completely different game. The play acting and time wasting from Watford, we'll be a bit more used to that. So we'll give it a go. I fancy our chances of coming away with 3 points again, to be fair.
Okay. Score prediction, please, Peyton.
Ooh. We're away from home, so 2-0.
Okay.
2-0 Derby.
I love this confidence. At the start of the season, we wouldn't have got this from you at all. Right. Any changes Jason needs to make to the starting 11 from what we saw against Swansea?
Yeah, I'd probably drop Bobby Clark in, put him back in, bit of creativity in that midfield. And I'd like to see Morris not start, but get a few more minutes. I think he owes Watford one because that's the game he got injured in with that really bad tackle. I'd like to see him score against them.
Yeah, super. We'll, of course, be bringing you that fallout next week. Join us for that. If you haven't yet, sub to the channel, where have you been? But this is 20 minutes of Derby chat every single week. We'd love to read your comments as well as we did last week. A few more Stace on your hairline last week as well.
Just like Matt Clark, got no hair. Yeah. I don't care.
I'm exactly the same.
I think Luke, you got called out as well last week. Look, we love reading your comments; it's fantastic. Whether you want to slate us or not, of course, there's always some trolls in there as well. So keep them coming. We love it. We're up to letter P in our A to Z challenge, so more on that in a second. First of all, it's got us thinking about penalties. Though, Jason, in your lifetime, who's been the best ever penalty taker? For Derby, who'd be the one person you'd want on the end of one?
Stefan Moranio for me.
No, okay. Yeah. In terms of goalkeepers, Peyton, we've done this a while back, but who for you would you want in the net saving it if you're allowed, depending on it?
Either Poom or Zetterstrom, for being honest. I think both of them. Right. Either of them, either or.
Okay. And then for all of you, in terms of penalty shootouts and most pressurised penalties, can anyone recall the most important penalty that Derby have ever had to take? I think it's been missed or scored, or...
I'd probably say Southampton at home.
Yeah, playoff semi-final.
I was about to say exactly the same thing.
Yeah, all the penalties were absolutely brilliant. Cool as you like, calm as you like. Got us to Wembley, and those penalties were incredible.
And the weather was horrific as well. I remember terrible weather.
Good stuff.
Ironically, on that one, the person I would have gone for would be Idiakos for taking a penalty for us, but he took the best penalty I've probably ever seen. So.
Yeah.
Right then, we're also predicting promotion. Who do we think's going up? Who deserves to go up, Luke? Who do you think deserves it the most? Please give us one name. Obviously,
I'm going to say I think Millwall. I think they've been thereabouts all season. It'll give the Premier League an absolute headache next season. It'll be fun to watch. If West Ham stay up, that'll be an absolute cracker. 2 of those games. So I reckon out of everyone who's in the top 6 now, I say Millwall.
All right, so Derby, Millwall. Stace, who's the third that we would love to see go up?
I'd probably say Borough, to be fair, so we can avoid having to get our annual battering at their place and then win at ours.
Oh, okay. That's weird. A Derby fan giving any kind of praise to Borough.
I know it feels wrong, but
It does,
there we are.
Okay,
I think they probably deserve. They've been they've been the most consistent team.
Okay. Do you get all the Coventry and Lampard hate, by the way, Peyton? I mean, it's absolutely piled on him. Everyone's waiting for Lampard to fail, and as a Derby fan, do you? I mean, obviously you don't subscribe to it, but do you understand it?
I mean, I can understand it because, as with any manager who was a pretty good player before he retired, they kind of have that, like, I don't know, it feels like they've just been given it, like the nepotism of being the next professional footballer and just being handed a job instead of earning it. But I mean, I think Lampard, while he hasn't maybe proved himself to the level of what people would want, he's proved himself a relatively decent manager, obviously at Derby, at Chelsea the first time before it all went downhill, and now at Coventry, so yeah.
Okay. Right, A to Z then time. Jason, you can sit this one out, given you're new, but join in if you can. Think we're looking for the best player or event to have happened in Derby County's history that belongs in the letter P in our A to Z. We did O last week. We came through that unscathed. Anyone got anything?
Poom.
Mark Poom.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Mark Poom.
Okay.
Mark Poom, but a shout out for Steve Powell as well. Who made his debut at 16, local lad. Played in both championship sides, but I'm going to have to go with the Pop side. Best place in the world to watch football.
Yeah. It's a good shout.
What about Pesca Salido? Or is he affectionately known as Kenko Salido? For that goal.
With the K, we've already gone with the K. You can't have it.
Oh, well, I do K. Yeah, what play on words?
Right. What are we going with here then? Peyton, you can choose this week, please.
I reckon they go with the Pop side.
Good shout.
We go with the Pop side.
Right, this was see Poom in this. It's Poom in the comments now. He has been robbed. Okay, right. Let us know who we've missed, please. Now, next week we're going to need your help because has there ever been a Derby County player with the surname Q that is good enough to get in the A to Z of Derby County? Let us know. Right, thank you very much, you three. Thank you, Jason. Great to have you on this week. Good luck with that. You're doing a role with Derby with the women's team, is that right?
Yeah. Still doing that. Yeah.
Right, fantastic job you do. Thank you so much. And good luck, of course, all of you against Watford this weekend. We will see if it's another away day win for the Rams. Have a great week, everyone.